Hey everybody, this is Chris DeFurio with Keys to the Shop. Welcome to another edition of Shift Break. Hope you've been doing well, and I'm excited to have you along today. Today's episode is brought to you by Odeco. One of the main drivers for success of a cafe is controls on things like ordering and inventory. If you are not in control of those things, then you're wasting a lot of money and time, and eventually it's going to really hurt your business. Odeco is making this an easy process and a more accurate one by using artificial intelligence to put your sales data to work for you. They couple past sales with local weather and events to predict exactly what you're going to need in the future, and then their virtual purchasing agent automatically places orders for you based on those predictions. Automated, centralized, and optimized ordering. It's really great. It has a more than 90% accuracy rate in predicting future sales and saves their customers tons of time and money. I do highly recommend that you go check them out. Try them out in your shop by going to the website odeco.com/keys to the shop. Again, that's odeco.com/keys to the shop for easy and accurate ordering and inventory for your cafe. This is especially helpful when you're looking to scale your business and you need systems that will scale with it. Odeco is a perfect choice for that. Again, that's odeco.com/keys to the shop. This episode of Shift Break is also brought to you by the ground control Cyclops Brewer. This is a revolutionary coffee brewer that elevates your batch brew coffee above pour-over quality at scale. It's the winner of the SCA's Best New Product Award and gives you unprecedented control over a broader range of flavors in your coffee than you ever thought possible. I personally have been able to see this amazing machine in action, and the results are genuinely mind-blowing. The machine is also really easy to use and simple to train staff on. It's used by some of the best operators out there, and if you truly want to get the most from your coffee, set your shop and your coffee apart, all while being able to visually engage your customers, then you're going to want to get a ground control Cyclops in your store. To learn more, visit their website, vogacoffee.com. That's VOGA coffee.com. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about not wasting problems. Problems, as people have said, are opportunities. And that's a pithy way to think about it when you're not dealing with a problem. Because when you're dealing with a problem, it doesn't seem like an opportunity. And unfortunately, you're listening to an episode right now. If you've got a little bit of spite in you about like sayings like that, that's kind of saying the same thing. But I want to give you a way to view problems as they come up that will help you not have to deal with a problem with quite as much stress. Now, the first thing I want you to consider is that problems are always going to be there. In business, on a day-to-day level, you're constantly having to deal with a bunch of unknowns. In the coffee bar, you don't know exactly what the flow is going to be like. You don't know if baristas are going to be sick or not. There's going to be lots of different intersections of people that come in through the cafe that present a lot of different situations. And those problems just arise. And sometimes there's problems that you never expected were going to come up, but they do. And because we're busy, because there's so much to do, we have a habit of dealing with problems in a case-per-case basis and then isolating them from the rest of the business structure. In other words, the way that you do business and the way that you have given structure to your business almost exists in a separate area than the problems of that business. Your business never learns. It's like you have to keep repeating the same problem over and over again because you haven't really taken advantage of having the problem. You haven't used the problem properly. And this is something that has come up in several calls of mine to clients in consulting, where we do, often talk about things that just come up. In our conversations, we already know kind of what we're going to talk about before we have the call. And a portion of our time on the coaching call is also really dedicated to dealing with these problems that come up out of the blue. And what I encourage people to do is to use these problems to their advantage by creating a change in their procedures, by creating a change in their policies based on what we are just talking about. Let's use a really easy example, like if somebody is coming in late and you deal with a problem effectively so that they're not late anymore. whether you told them that, their job was on the line or something like that. If you don't let that inform the future instances where you have to deal with somebody's tardiness, then you've wasted the problem. If what you talk about in that scenario does not become part of your policy or procedure, then you've wasted the problem. It could go down to things like, we found a new way to have workflow on the bar where it doesn't waste quite as many steps. You solve the problem of wasted steps on the bar, but is that now in a document? Is it now part of the way you train your new employees? Then if it's not, you've wasted the problem. And you're going to have to repeat the same thing over and over again until you make it a part of the way you do business. So every problem that comes up in the cafe is an opportunity to become better and an opportunity for the business to learn. And the way the business learns and becomes smarter as a business is by codifying these principles as they're discovered. You discover new ways of doing things better. They need to become codified and a part of what you do into the future. Again, one of the things that really holds businesses back is they waste these opportunities and think that they've won by solving a problem once, but never really thinking about how to solve the problem in the future. So the thing that I would recommend to you is the next time a problem comes up, no matter what it is, you need to be thinking preemptively, like, well, this is going to happen again. And what are we going to do next time when this happens? How can we make sure that we don't have to deal with the same problem twice, or at least come at it from the same angle and be wiser next time? Have a policy. Or how can we even avoid dealing with this at all in the future? That's the kind of thinking that gives you space to think. But if everything is just paycheck to paycheck in terms of problem solving, then you're constantly going to be going over the same stuff. It's going to cause burnout, and that's not fun for anybody. So I hope that this was helpful for you, and I'll see you here next week on another edition of Shift Break, from keys to the shop.